Hey, I'm just sitting out here at the park tonight with my sidekick. He's enjoying the evening. We just took a big walk out here around the park. So just wanted to hang out with you for just a second. I created a system called Rubicon. I completed it about 4 years ago. I haven't taught it since then. I took a number of former active duty military and a number of other executives and individuals through my system. Rubicon is based on a particular idea of how to achieve anything in life. And the thing that I see so many people doing is they go after different concepts, different educational programs, apps, systems, or whatever, and they think that if they study the systems, if they watch the videos, if they read the content, that something magical is happening, that pixie dust is going to fall out of the sky and a unicorn is going to dance from underneath a rainbow, and all of a sudden all their dreams are going to come true. And that's just not how it happens. And too often I think a lot of people they're well-intentioned, but they're really not understanding the mechanics of what it takes to rig your capabilities in order to not just survive the environments that you're in, to overcome them, and then to learn to thrive in the environments. Because it's not just about getting through life, it's about creating something that is memorable, something that is worth leaving a legacy about, something that has meaning. So I'm going to share with you real quick the Rubicon system. This is something that I put together after 30 years of study, my own personal life of success and failures, overcoming a near impossible situation in my life where everything was destroyed, everything was taken. Lost a 17-year marriage, lost my children, lost an 8-figure net worth, lost money, net worth, the whole 9 yards. Everything that everybody considers important. What I didn't lose is my health. And so I took everything that I'd studied since I've been like 16, started to studying personal development, philosophy, psychology, social sciences, and applying those into life. And what I was able to come out is, after studying the success patterns of not individuals that are great teachers, I mean, that's good to be that, but ultimately, they talk about professors and teachers at university is they teach because they can't do. So what is a system that took me through an impossible environment, and how did I mirror the lives and the attitude, the focus, the skill sets, the patterns of other exceptional individuals in our history throughout our world? And Rubicon, I can tell you more about that later, but here's the idea. The idea is we start off with a gravestone experience, and this goes back to the ancient Greek, is you design your gravestone with the epitaph, the writing on it of how you want life to end. So it's not meant to be morbid. It's meant to get you a crystal focus on a beacon of what you want your life to complete when it's over. Okay, when you know that, when you know how it's supposed to end, when you know what those 10 words or less are going to be etched on, okay, now you have an aim more than a goal. Okay, so that's a life outcome. That's like anything that you're going to do, you always want to know, what does the end result look like? But yet no one talks about, how do you want your life to end? What do you want your result to be? When you have that and you are crystal about what your life is, then you step backwards and maybe at a decade level, and you figure out what your goals singular, not goals plural. And the system that I created, one of the errors that I see in so many people is they say, oh, you can't have too many goals. And I disagree with Jim Rohn. I think that is misinformed, and it is distracting, and it causes you to be unaligned. When you have a singular goal, and that singular goal is who you want to be, who you want to become in 10 years from now, and that goal, singular, is aligned with your gravestone that is decades out, let's hope. Then, once you have that person that you are supposed to become and the attributes of that person, how you act, who your life is with, where you live, what you do, the number of lives you want to affect, everything about you, you write that down so it is absolutely crystal clear. Now, once you know what your goal is at the 10-year marker, then you create objectives. And objectives are mini goals, okay? Small goals, but they are not who you are becoming. These are things you are supposed to do. These are actions you're supposed to complete that will take you to who you are becoming at the goal level at 10 years. So these are anything that is 1 year to 10 years that it's going to take to do. So when you build these objectives, and you can have as many of these as you want, if you have too many of them though, you end up distracting yourself. So I prefer to set up 2, maybe 3 objectives that you are working on that are at least 1 year out and may take as many as 5 and up to 10 years to complete. That will help you become the person you are going to be that is your goal at the 10-year marker. Now, we have one more level, and that's the minor level, okay? The mini goals, okay? These are called tasks. These are the things that you are doing that may be a task that takes 1 day to 365 days. So these are something that are less than a year. You can have as many of tasks as you want, and these are the things that you must do to accomplish the objectives. Remember, you got to have 2 of those. And those 2 objectives are aimed at you becoming your goal at 10 years. Now, when you accomplish those objectives, let's say you have an objective and that's going to take you 1 to 2 years to do. When you complete those, then you can set up 2 more objectives after that that are also in alignment. So that's really, you keep hearing me use the word alignment or being congruent. And that's what happens with most people, is their energy is so scattered. It's haywire. It's going in 360 degrees different direction, and you wonder why you feel like you're feeling like you're coming apart. And that's actually what you're doing psychologically. You're going in so many different directions. So you can have this goal of being an extraordinary father, extraordinary parent, an extraordinary caring and considerate and sharing partner, spouse. You can be a great member of the community. You can be a business leader, an industry thought leader. All those things can be part of that goal that you fashion of who you are becoming at the 10-year marker. Then you build what you need to do, the objectives that are 1 to 10 years to help you become that person. And then you figure out what are the tasks that you need to do starting tomorrow that will take you up to a year. And when you accomplish those tasks, those are things that you're marking off that are absolutely and critical, that are only taking you to those objectives. If there are any tasks that do not align with the objectives that are taking you to the person you are becoming in 10 years from now, that are going to take you to the ultimate worthy, meaningful life epitaph that's going to be on your gravestone, and guess what? You don't do them. And that's a really critical thing that a lot of people that are alphas that are oriented towards achievement, accomplishment, is they don't understand this very difficult but important concept. Is in order to do great things, in order to become the great level of achiever that you're to become, you're going to have to let good things fail. Let's say that again. In order to do great things, to achieve great things, you're going to have to let good things fail. That means you can't do all the to-dos that you think you need to do in order to be accepted by other people's prejudices, okay? You're going to have to let those fail. And if they don't like you, well, they're not on your team, so drop them. If you follow this concept and you keep focused on the great achievements of becoming everything that you're supposed to become in 10 years from now, that will take you to the meaningful life outcome, things will change. Things will become congruent. Things will become very simple, because you will not be scattered in 365 different directions, 360 degrees. You will be focused and centered in one direction. All your energy, all your focus, all your attention headed toward the task necessary to get the 2 objectives done to become the person you're to become in a decade from now, that will take you toward that meaningful outcome that's called a gravestone. So that is the Rubicon system in a nutshell. Of course, there's a lot more to it, but if you follow those ideas, that will help you overcome any situation that you're in and help your life become so much more simple, give you a good guidance system. So hope that helps you. Take care. I hope you're having a good evening, and be sure to take care and have a great weekend. Take care.